Greetings and welcome to week 3 of COMM 110, Fundamentals of Public Speaking. I do realize that this shirt that I'm wearing looks like it is a rainbow colored shirt. It is not actually a rainbow colored shirt. That is just an effect that is caused by the video. It has very narrow black and white stripes on it, and such a pattern oftentimes messes with video recording. I also realize that my voice is a little strained right now because I have been suffering from a cold and have had a bad cough. So I do apologize for those two things that make this video a little peculiar. But we have a few things that we're going to be doing in week 3. We are continuing with the chapters in the textbook, in our Jaffe text. We'll be taking a look at chapters 3 and 4 this week. For most of these weeks leading up to midterm, we will be doing 2 chapters a week, and this week we're doing 2 chapters, but one of the chapters you don't have to actually read the whole chapter. Chapter 3, which deals with ethics in connection with public speaking. You only need to read the few pages, about 5 pages I think, that deal with academic honesty and plagiarism. So read that section, which does not have an accompanying audio lecture. There is, however, full reading quiz along with that chapter. And then chapter 4, which is dealing with listening. Different things related to listening as they relate to being a public speaker and just as importantly, being a viewer and listener of public speaking performances. So those are our 2 chapters that we're dealing with this week in class. We do not have a discussion forum this week. The reason why we do not have there are 2 reasons why we do not have a discussion forum this week. The first is that it's a little bit of a shortened week for us. Monday of this week, of course, is or was, depending on when you're watching this, Labor Day, and the on-campus classes were not held, and so I at least try to sort of conform the workload in a given week for my online classes according to the number of days that classes held for on-campus classes. And so because there's only 4 days this week instead of 5, we have a slightly lesser workload. The second reason why there's no discussion forum this week is that I want you to devote your efforts, besides those that you're going to spend looking at and taking the quizzes on chapters 3 and 4, I want you to devote your efforts to your second minor speech of the semester, the personal item speech. This is another minor speech, just like your speeches of introduction that you did the first week. And the personal item speech is a speech in which you will pick a personal item that you have that has some sort of a connection to family for you, or some sort of relationship to family. The full guidelines for that are listed on this week's homepage, and it's just the one paragraph that's listed there on the homepage. There's no separate document to download like there was for the speech of introduction, but you get the full details there. And when you deliver this speech, which of course you need to do in front of an audience of at least 3 people that you show on camera, you should have the item right there and actually just hold it, if possible, in your hand and sort of display it as you are delivering the speech. If it's something that is too big to hold, but which you can have sitting next to you, maybe on a table or something, you can do that. And if it's something that is too large even to have next to you on a table or something, you can have some sort of a representation of it. Like if it's a vehicle of some kind or something else that it's just not possible for you to have that item right there next to you or with you as you're delivering the speech have a picture of it or something else that represents that item. All right? You should be preparing some sort of notes for this speech and use them as you are delivering the speech. They should not, and in none of the speeches that you do in this class, should your notes consist of the actual text, word for word, of your speech written out. That is, we do not want to see that in any of the speeches that you're doing this semester. All of your speeches should be in extemporaneous form, using extemporaneous delivery. And you learned a little bit about that last week in one of our first chapters. We'll have a little bit more of an explanation of the different forms of delivery a little bit later in the semester, but make sure that you have notes in this personal item speech, as well as all your speeches, that are in the form of just keywords and phrases. So just little things that you can have written down that will jog your memory as to what you want to say about whatever it is you're speaking about. The personal item speech should be approximately 2 minutes in length. I'm not going to grade on time strictly for this one, but if you submit a speech that's only 30 seconds in length or something, that's not going to be long enough. If it's a minute 30, that probably will be okay, but shoot for right around 2 minutes. In the third and final minor speech that we have before you do your informative speech, which is called the speech of definition, which you'll do in a couple more weeks. You will have a specific time frame that you'll need to hit, and you will have paperwork that you will need to submit along with that speech of definition. And of course, both of those things, the time frame that you need to hit and the paperwork that you will submit, will be the case for all three of the major speeches as well. Your informative speech, your visual aid speech, and your persuasive speech. So we're sort of building towards those major speeches this week by having you speak about something that is something that's close to you, that you know a lot about, a personal item that you have got. So basically the coursework this week is chapters 3 and 4 and the reading quizzes and that personal item speech. So let me know if you have any questions about anything, and I look forward to seeing your second batch of speeches and learn a bit more about each of you through the personal items that you speak about.